A postcard is a piece of thick paper or thin cardboard, typically rectangular, designed for writing and mailing without the need for an envelope. Stamp collectors differentiate between postcards, which require a separate postage stamp, and postal cards, which feature pre-printed postage issued by the relevant postal authority. Postcards are generally produced and sold by private companies, individuals, or organizations, whereas postal cards are official products of postal services. The study and collection of postcards is known as deltiology. The term derives from the Greek words deltion, meaning writing tablet or letter, and leia, meaning the study of. The word was first introduced in 1945, credited to biologist, curator, postal consultant, and Professor Rendell Rhodes of Ohio in collaboration with colleagues at Ohio State University. Dr. Rendell Rhodes responded to a challenge issued by Bob Hendricks, editor of Postcard Collectors magazine, to create a more scholarly term for the hobby of postcard collecting. While the term fellow carters had been used in the early 1900s, possibly coined by British philatist Fred Melville in his 1903 publication The ABC of Stamp Collecting, Rhodes' term deltiology has since gained widespread acceptance. The practice of sending cards with messages dates back to the earliest postal services. However, the production of postcards surged during the late 19th and earliest 20th centuries, becoming a highly popular and convenient means of communication. The earliest known picture postcard is the penny Pharnaces, a hand-painted card created by English writer Theodore Hook, who is remembered for his practical jokes, including the infamous Berners Street hoax of 1809. The card, likely sent by Hook himself, was mailed from London to Fulham, England on July 14, 1840, shortly after the introduction of the world's first postage stamp. Hook likely created the card as a humorous practical joke aimed at the postal workers who would handle it. The front of the card features a hand-painted illustration of 12 exaggerated caricatures of postal clerks with oversized pens gathered around a massive inkwell labelled official. Flanking the inkwell, the words penny and Pharnaces, who in ancient Roman religion were household deities or guardians of the storeroom. The back of the card is inscribed with Theodore Hook Esquire, Fulham, and bears a circular postmark dated 14th of July 1840, positioned beneath the Fulham address. Affixed to the top right is a postage stamp, which is also of notable interest due to the fact that this postage stamp used on this postcard is the penny black stamp, the world's first adhesive postage stamp used on a postcard. First issued in the United Kingdom on May 1, 1840, the penny black featured a profile of the reigning monarch at the time, Queen Victoria. However, it was replaced a year later by a red-brown version known as a penny red, as the red ink used to cancel the black stamp could be easily washed off, allowing for reuse without additional payment. Thus, a black cancellation mark was readily visible on a penny red. The penny red remained the primary postage stamp in the United Kingdom until 1879, undergoing only minor design modifications throughout its usage. As for the penny Pharnaces, it remains the only known surviving postcard bearing a penny black stamp. The historical importance of Hook's card went unrecognized until 2001, when postal historian Edward Proud stumbled upon it while examining a stamp collection. By piecing together the sequence of events, Proud deduced that the card was likely created and mailed by Hook, further cementing its place in postal history. The postcard was authenticated by the British Philatelic Association's expert committee and officially recognized as the world's oldest known postcard. Until its discovery, it was widely believed that the concept of the postcard had originated in the United States, Germany, or Austria. 20th century postcard collectors had assumed that the first postcards were created some 2 decades later in the 1860s. The penny Pharnaces postcard was sold at auction in March 2002 at the London Stamp Exchange for a little under £32,000 to Eugene Gomberg, a postcard collector from Riga, Latvia, who placed a winning bid via telephone. British postal historian Edward Proud said it was the most ever paid for a postcard. Experts believe that the penny Pharnaces postcard laid the groundwork for the modern postcard. It set the stage for the development of standardized formats, guidelines for separating messages and addresses, and ultimately the golden age of postcards in the late 19th and earliest 20th centuries. Although their use has diminished in the digital age, postcards remain an iconic form of communication, capturing people's journeys, commemorating significant events, and preserving cherished memories. As the oldest known postcard, penny Pharnaces is a valuable artifact from a transformative period in postal history. It symbolizes the spirit of accessibility and simplicity that continues to define postcards even in the internet era. Yet above all, it stands as a whimsical practical joke crafted by a master jokester at the perfect moment, just after the introduction of the world's first postage stamp. This hasn't made Jack, and if you sent a postcard in the last 6 months, please leave a comment down below.